Can everybody hear me now? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the F3 race here on the Sunday Race League. We are preparing for Silverstone, which is going to be a fantastic race, the fast-flowing circuit. As I quickly run you through our driver championship as it currently stands. I'm just going to grab it up. So after a fantastic couple of races, we had Hutchie setting the standard. 2 wins in a row, giving himself 50 points, leading off the championship. Bellinator in second place with 35 points. We've got Cole Base Bullstud with 26 points. Pope J Pope is in fourth with 22. Tied with NJ Devil, who's also got 22. Cheap Skills on 19. Then we've got Rocky and Boggy, both tied on 18 points. Goth Great and Chris Money, both tied on 15. Brother Adam and Villas, both tied on 12, along with Wally, who's also got 12. Ehal's got 10. And so we've got a really, really good lineup here today. We're very excited to be bringing you this fantastic race. And it's one of the fastest, longest tracks around the F1 circuit as we watch the drivers just prepare to ready up and get ready for a day of racing. Lovely. Let us know in the old chat who you're going to be voting for. Boggy is ready to go. We are looking forward to having you join us for this fantastic Grand Prix here as we just have a quick look down the row of drivers. Silverstone, as I said, one of the fastest racetracks of the year. All the real life Formula 1 drivers love it. We all love it here at the Sunday Race League as well. Average speeds of over 140 miles an hour around this track, so really fast paced. Lots and lots of very quick driving. Boggy is going to be going for Villas. He says the dude's fast. Absolutely. Villas, one of the first guys I started racing with in this league. I think we were both sort of new to it together. And he's been really impressive, put some fantastic performances in the GP2 championships. We've all got real faith in him that he's going to do a good job today for Mercedes. Lovely. We are just getting ready as we head into qualifying. So we've got a short qualifying, 18-minute session. The drivers will have to put in their best lap times, and the top 10 drivers will start on those tyres. So it's all about making sure that you keep looking after the tyres, you keep looking after the car, and you try and put the pace through the car as much as you possibly can on your hot lap, and then preserve it for the rest of the race. As we sit here, qualifying gets underway, and we wait for the first driver to come out on track. Who is it going to be? Here we are, it's Gomez as he heads down the pit straight here. And off onto the track and start going through the heat cycle, warming those tyres up, preparing those tyres for a lap. Welcome everyone. Feel free to let us know in the comments where in the world you're watching from, what you're up to today as you watch us here on the Sunday Race League. As we prepare for the first drivers to come out onto the track. And as I said, it's all about winding yourself up onto the lap, winding yourself up onto the track, getting ready to get going, and putting in a really quick, as quick a time as we possibly can. Lovely, right there. Let's get rid of that. As we watch Gomez heading down the hanger straight here into Stowe Corner, which I incorrectly called Abbey yesterday, but Stowe Corner down here. And this is going to be a prime overtaking spot in the race, so all about going to be about making sure you can take that nice and quickly. As we watch him, he's going to wind it up onto the start-finish straight here. All about getting a good exit from this corner as you go flat out into Abbey. Trying to swing it far to the left, over onto the right. Cut that curb as much as you can. He's going to swing it through here. Getting car right down into the gears, through the gears, and beautifully taken there. And such a tricky corner that through the loop. Really, really easy to miss the right turn in. So he's done well there to get the car through. Now it's all about hitting a late apex through this corner before holding it through Luffield. Such a long corner. You've got to really, really be patient. Try and get on the power as early as possible. Another flat out corner. He's going to have to lift a little bit there as he didn't get the turn in right. So going to lose a little bit of time there. Now through the most famous part of the British circuit here. This is the part that the drivers really, really love. All the way through Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel, down the hanger straight now into Stowe Corner. It's all about throwing the car in as fast as you can, keeping the pace through that corner, getting back on the power as early as possible. And into the last few corners now, this really tight technical section, slowing the car right down for that chicane there. And over the line, Gomez sets a 1:27.5. Yuri goes now, because that's a 1:26 dead, so a fantastic result from him. Larsh has gone 1:26.6 as we sit on board with Chris Money in the other Alpha, as Nova Apollo sets a brand new top time there of 1:25.9, and he's joined by Rocky in the 1:25s and Bellinator. So really, really tight. Look at that, just a few hundredths of a second between those drivers. Some excellent skills on offer for us today as we track through with Chris Money as he comes through here. A 1:02 in that sector, and he set a purple fastest sector time through there. So this is going to be a fantastic lap from him if he can keep it up through the last sector. Round Stowe, as we said, it's all about keeping the power on there. And now all of a sudden you've got to break down. Really, really slow, gets it through. We can see it's right behind Pope J. Pope, but it shouldn't affect his lap time too much as he goes over the line on a 1:26. We'll hop down to NJ Devil, see how he's getting on as he comes through that corner into this fast sweeping turns here. Left, right again. Now back into the left as he comes across. We see the driver ahead of him, Bellinator, getting right out of the way so he doesn't disturb him. But it wasn't the tidiest through there, so he's got some time to make up. How was he going to do, NJ Devil? Villas sets a 1:25.8, so Boggy making a good shout early on about who is going to set the pace. And NJ Devil comes through here over the line. Oh, he just gets a little bit out of sorts there, and he goes 8th. We'll hop down as we follow around Brother Adam through the last few corners. What's he going to do? Is he going to be able to match his teammate's time? He doesn't. He goes 10th with a 1:26.7. Boggy getting out a bit there as we follow on board with CMCH. So he's getting out of the way for CMCH to come past. Really cutting that corner as best he can. Oh, and he just runs wide there, and that's going to invalidate his lap. So it's no lap time from him. We'll hop on board with Boggy as he comes round to start his timed lap. So made a mistake on the last one and invalidated his lap time. Now he's going to have to really, really go for it on a second lap on this set of tyres, I would imagine, which means that's going to be a real tricky one for him. He'll obviously hope to improve on the lap time that he sets as he just misses the apex there. Trying to keep it as tidy as possible through the next few corners. Rocky has set a 1:25.4, so he now sets the standard of the time for the day. As we watch Boggy now into this flat out turn, it's all about throwing in, having confidence in the car, and he just misses the apex. He's going to have to lift out in order to get round there. That's not ideal, not what he wanted. As we come through here, and he's missed that apex as well, so he's going to be down on times compared to other drivers. Okay, this isn't going to be a top lap, but it's still going to be a lap at the very least. So how is he going to do? Throws it through Stowe. Oh, he just manages to keep it within the lines there, but again, a little bit scrappy. He'll be hoping to improve this on his next lap out as he comes round the last couple of corners. And he goes 12th with that time. We're going to hop on board with Gothgreat, seeing if he can improve on his lap time. What can he do as he comes round through Luffield? You said big, long turn, and you've got to stay really, really patient. Got on the power a little bit too early there, and end up just pushing his car a little bit wide. Had to lift out. Now it's all about staying as far left as you can so you can swing it into the right. Oh, and he's going to have to lift out there. He runs right off the track. But by lifting out, you avoid having your lap invalidated or getting a penalty. So that's sensible driving from him. As he comes through here nicely onto that last corner, and now it's all about staying as flat as you can. Really, really fast down to this last section. How is he going to do as he comes through here? He needs to make more of the road there. He needs to really, really stick it left and right. He's going to drop into the pit, so he's throwing that lap time away. Martinoli is also throwing his away. How's Larsh getting on? Let's have a watch of him as he comes through the opening sector. Someone's going slow ahead of him, but hopefully that won't affect his drive too much as he comes round and bring it out wide so you can come in tight on the exit. Really, really try and get the power down. It's nicely done here through that corner. The two drivers ahead of him get well out of the way, which is good of them. And now he's going to throw it in, and he's managed to keep his foot right in it there. That's good driving from him. Okay, so Larsh is setting a good time here as we come through the fast, sweeping turns of Maggots and Beckett's, the famous part of our track. As we come past here, he's 0.4 up on his delta time, setting a purple sector through there, so this is really, really good from Larsh. He swings it through the fast right-hander of Stowe, hitting the brakes at 100 metres, turning it in as quickly as he can, getting that car slowed down, and then powering it back up, being very, very gentle and careful. Over the line, and Larsh goes 7th place, as Fingerhook is going to put in his bid for Cheap Skills, Bellinator and Gothgreat to do well. Okay, is that maybe that's the order he's predicting they'll finish top 3. Who can we hop on board with? We give on board with Nova Apollo. He's not doing a lap. Villas will follow round, just going through sector 1. Here, coming down to the end of sector 1, we'll get our first delta time. How is he doing against his sector? He's 0.1 of a second up there, so that's good from him. Needs to find 0.4 of a second to Rocky's absolutely storming lap for pole position, which is going to be a real challenge. Drivers have probably one more shot after this race. Manages to keep it in as he goes through that corner. That's good driving from him. Swinging through the next few turns, trying to keep it as tight as possible. He's got to lift out a little bit, get slightly out of shape, and that is the tricky thing about those corners. If you miss out one little bit, and you can see that 0.1 that he was up, he's slightly down on now. If you just get slightly out of shape going through the first one or the second one, then that's it. The whole sequence is out of action. As he comes round the last few corners, how can he improve? Can he build on that time and improve it? Not the tidiest. No, he cannot improve his time. NJ Devil now has gone 2nd. That's a fantastic lap from him to jump up above his teammate Hutchie, who is 0.2 up at this point as we follow him through the end of this. Our championship leader, now 0.4 of a second up on his own time. So this is going to be a great lap from him. He needs to make up at least 0.4 of a second in order to get himself up into top, as Nova Apollo goes fastest now with a 1:25.3. That's a fantastic lap from him. How can Hutchie do? Through the last corner, over the line. It's going to be quick enough for pole position, so Hutchie sets the new pace for everyone to chase. Let's follow who is on an outlap there. How is Bellinator getting on? Let's follow him through. He's 0.1 down, but he's right in those medium tyres, so trying to ensure that he can get the medium tyres through, starting on the medium tyres, so that will give him the chance to go longer into the race, be on the softer tyres at the end of the track when his car is lighter, less fuel in it, and it's going to be more effective, much faster. But that's the problem with the medium tyres, slightly less grip. He's not going to... Impressive to be up into the 125s on those tyres, so very, very good job from Bellinator as he comes through here onto the hanger straight. And you want to keep it as close as possible. Feels like he just sort of lifted out there. Maybe he's just going a little bit slowly, ditching this lap. He is not, so he's going to come round again as he comes through that last sector. Slightly missing the second apex of that chicane, but he's going to come across the line. Now he's going to set his fast lap. So how's he doing now? He clearly decided to bail out of that lap, as I thought he did. See Wally getting out of the way ahead of him. And hopefully that's not going to distract him too much as he cuts those two apexes really, really beautifully there. And across this bit of curb, you can really cut across there, making sure you don't invalidate your lap. It's so easy to invalidate your lap around here because of the fast paces of the corners, because of the tightness of the rules there. And Cheapskill's right on the outside, probably not ideal place for him to be holding up his teammate. The Williams boys looking for a good result here to do Frank proud. And now he's coming up behind Lush, who gets out of the way for him nicely. Oh, and he just cuts through the corner there, and that's going to invalidate his lap. Not what he wanted at all. So let's see, who else can we follow around? Apollo's invalidated his lap. Sector 3 here. J. Pope improves his time by half a second, so that was good from him. Yuri not on a fast lap. He'll be coming round onto one now, as we follow Rocky. Has he just set a lap, or is he going on to one? I think he may have just set one, because he was half a second quicker. So we can see how tight it is going to be at the top of this race. We've got all the way first place to sixth place decided by less than 0.8 of a second. So we follow on board with Rocky, and he's ever so slightly down on his time, but that's okay. He'll probably be able to find that time elsewhere in the lap. All depends on where he gained or lost time earlier in the race. As we swing through this flat out corner again, it is really all about trying to cut it as much as you can, and you see he's going to have to just lift out there in order to not invalidate the lap, and he backs out, so it's not going to be an improvement from him. All of the drivers now coming round onto their last laps, onto their final timed laps. That's got Gothgreat. He's dropping into the pits. Okay, then let's head back. Chris Money, as he comes around this, around Stowe corner, swinging it down, hitting the brakes as hard as you can, turning it in. How is he going to find it? Through the final sector here. And he comes onto his fast lap. What is he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to set an improvement, trying to improve from that 11th place? Could be that 11th is a great place to start, though. We saw in the F4 earlier, drivers making great use of the the alternative strategy, starting on the mediums and heading to the softs. And I think just ahead of him is Nova Apollo, is it? Let's see how he's doing. As he tries to improve, he's got just over 1/10 of a second to make up. Now that's beautifully how you do it through there, really cutting that apex. Fantastic piece of driving from him, cutting it so tight there. Oh, and he just misses that one. That's not ideal. He's had to back out of it to avoid the lap invalidation. So he's probably not going to improve on his time based on that. Oh, we can see he's not going to improve on his time. He's going a lot slower. We'll follow on board with Rocky. How is he doing? As we come through this swinging left, right, left again, back into the right-hand turn. He just misses the apex there. It's not ideal. Oh, well, this lap has been invalidated as well. So we may not see any improvements on the final lap. How does NJ Devil do? He's nearly a... How is NJ Devil going to get on here? He needs to find about 3/10 of a second in order to improve his time as he goes purple through that opening sector. Swinging it round Luffield, being nice and patient, cutting the apex on the outside, on the very late apex to come as fast as you can down this straight. And now it's all about swinging it in here, full of confidence in the car. You need to be really, really confident in your car around this track. Manages to keep his foot in it, but he slightly missed that apex, which will cost him a little bit of time. And we can see how he's doing on his Sector 2 split. And he's 0.2 of a second up, and purple through there as well. Don't lose it in the last sector, NJ Devil. I'm sure you can do it. I managed to, this is where I lost it earlier. I'd gone purple in my last qualifying time. We'll really, really keep it tight through here, nicely on that apex. Swing it back round. He comes across the line. Where is he going to come? NJ Devil goes third with a 125.4. Nova Apollo, can he get pole? He can! He goes 125.183. A fantastic pole time there from Nova Apollo, beating out our championship leader Hutchie. Third place is NJ Devil. Fourth is Rocky. Villas comes over the line in fifth. Yuri in sixth. Belly Data will get seventh. Brother Adam eighth. Cheap Skills ninth. TJW 10th. Larsh comes over the line in 11th. Chris Money 12th. Martinoli in 13th place. Pope J. Pope 14th. Wally in 15th. Boggy 16th. Goth Great in 17th place. Gomez Yanta in 18th. And not setting a time, CMCH. So he will get a free choice of tyres, as will anyone outside of the top 10. So a really, really good result there for the Red Bull team, who have absolutely storming this season so far, the Red Bull team. Miles out in front in the Constructors' Championships. An excellent result there. While we wait for the race proper to get underway, we'll just have a quick look down the standings. And you can let us know in the comments who you think, now we've seen the qualifying results, who do you think will be setting the pace? Who will everyone need to be keeping up with over the course of this race? Who will be the person to win the Silverstone Grand Prix? So here we are then, ready for the formation lap as we head preparing for 26 laps of this Silverstone circuit. It will be Hutchie leading us out. NJ Devil just behind him. Rocky Villas. Has someone been Nova Apollo has been disqualified already from the formation lap, which is not ideal because you want to make sure your tyres are as warm as possible for the start of the race, so you get as much traction, as much grip as possible. Now this is one of those tracks that's really, really hard on tyre temperatures. You've got to keep those tyre temperatures down. Because of the fast-paced flowing corners, it really pushes the tyre temperatures up to breaking point. So it's all about making sure that you're nice and delicate and around the track. The other difficulty here is obviously track limits. I think the impact of the difficulty of staying on track, keeping everything within the lines, will mean that I think penalties will have a big part to play in today's race. As we have a little look down the order of drivers' tyres, Pope starting on the mediums, as is Boggy, trying to make those go long into the race. We have the drivers lining back up now at the start as they prepare. It's all about staying calm, staying cool, not jumping that start, and getting off to the best possible start you can. So we are ready. I'm going to channel my very best Murray Walker throughout this race and try and bring you all of the best action on the track as we prepare to go racing in Silverstone. Predicted pit stops around about lap 10. Drivers will be coming in on those soft tyres. We've got 1, 2, 5 lights on. The lights are out. And we go, go, go! Off the line gets Hutchie. NJ Devil gets a really, really good start, as does Villas behind him. Fantastic start from Villas as they comes round the corner. He's already going to jump 2 places as Hutchie runs a little bit wide through that corner, and Devil's going to get the run on him. Rocky is now having a look at the back of Villas. Oh, as Hutchie now spins off onto the grass. Not a good start for our championship leader, but a great start for Villas and Rocky in the Mercedes and Ferrari. You can see how close he is. He's going to pull out to the side now. Going to have to pull out of that one because you think there's a... No, he's going to get past, and that's a good move from Rocky up into second place already. So that's good for him, as Cheap Skills has already got a penalty. Not ideal for him. Further down the track, we've got Larsh coming through. Brother Adam trying to make it past. We see the drivers going so tight here, 2 abreast. Hutchie trying to make up the places that he's lost all the way back down in 11th now, as he comes in side by side here with Nova Apollo, and he's going to spin, and he's going to spin as well, and that's not ideal for him. So right back down to the back of the grid. A dreadful start for Hutchie. Not what he was after, but up in the lead. NJ Devil almost pulled out a second on Rocky, who has pulled out a second on Villas, where he's got Yuri chasing right in behind him. So Yuri's going to have a little look. He decides against it there. Further down the field, we got Bellinator having a look. Boggy having a look at the back of Bellinator, Brother Adam, sorry. And he's going to have a look on the inside. He's going to get the move done. That's a lovely move there from Boggy there on Brother Adam. Excellent driving from him. As we can see Pope and Boggy both getting good starts on those medium tyres. They're going to need to try and keep pace in the early parts of this lap. Following up here then, little gap starting to open up. But Yuri tracking right in behind Villas, who's going to have to try and stay as tight as possible through there. We have a few drivers coming into the pit, so there's been some front wing damage. That's not going to be ideal for them. Gomez is going to jump onto the medium hard tyres. He's going to try and make those last. We can see, look at that, so close in behind, and you've got to be really, really careful not to make a mistake that close, because it unsettles the car as you're going through the dirty air. But good driving from Yuri to stay that close behind Villas. Will he have a go on this lap, or will he wait till the next lap when he's got the DRS to aid him in that overtake as we come swinging through the Maggots, Beckett's corners? Excellent driving from all of the drivers up the front here. Yuri is not going to have a go this lap, I don't think. Again, shaping for it, putting Villas under pressure, hoping that it'll draw the mistake out. As we come through here, Boggy is having a go at Larsh, and he's going to make the move on the inside. Well done from Boggy, making those medium tyres work early on and making some places. That's fantastic driving from him. Up into 8th place already, and right behind Pope J. Pope. Those two will be making those medium tyres work, so it'll be interesting to watch how they progress throughout this race. As we have a little bit of a DRS train opening up from 7th position backwards, right behind Pope J. Pope here. And his teammate hopefully was going to pull out a little bit of a lead to try and create that gap. So we hop back on board with Yuri to see if he can make his way past Villas. And it's so difficult to pass here with the fast flowing corners, with the speed and the pace that this track needs you to move at. You need all of the downforce you can get, because you want to have as low downforce as possible, so it makes it really, really difficult. As we follow Pope J. Pope here, leading a little string of cars who are all going to have DRS on this turn. We're going to hop up again to follow Yuri. Is he going to be close enough to have a go at Villas? Now he's got the DRS. Chris Money with a penalty there. 3-second time penalty for the corner cutting. So we can see already drivers starting to suffer from that impact. As I said, it's so easy to do it here. Pope J. Pope has now got Boggy right behind him. As Boggy runs a little bit wide, he's going to get a caution for that. That's not what he wants. Puts you under pressure to do as well as possible. As the drivers come over the start-finish straight, Rocky is now closing in on NJ Devil for the lead. So he's going to have DRS down this straight, and that's hopefully going to help him pull in as Nova Apollo sets a fastest lap out the back there in clear air. So that will probably be why he can set such a fast lap. As we follow Rocky tracking in behind NJ Devil. How is he going to do here in terms of going for that lead? Need to be patient, need to be careful as you go around this fast circuit. I think Wally's made a bit of a mistake because his teammate has closed in on him, and shouldn't really be doing that on the medium tyres, so it must have been a little error somewhere there. As we watch Rocky touch a wheel onto the grass. It's okay to touch a wheel onto the grass there because it doesn't affect you too much. You can clean the tyre down this big long straight. And now he swings around that corner and runs wide again. He can't do that anymore. As Villas gets a time penalty behind him, but he's managing to pull away a little bit from Yuri. As who's coming into the pits there? I think that's... Oh, Pope J. Pope has spun. Nightmare for Pope J. Pope. On the medium tyre, he's spun, and that's going to promote Boggy up into 7th place. So Boggy moves up there, and Hutchie gets past Pope J. Pope as well. So not ideal for him. As we follow back with the battle for the lead, Boggy now gets a 3-second time penalty. So as we said, penalties are going to make a big difference in today's race. Rocky really tight in behind. He's going to have a look down the inside. Is he going to go for the move on the start? He's swung off the track limits there, and he's going to get a penalty for that. And that is the risk. You go for the overtake, you push the car, and it's so easy just to make a little error. Now NJ Devil's just going to have to stay calm, collected, and try and keep that lead. Little gaps opening up in our top 10. as we follow on our next battle here, which is Larsh just behind Boggy. He runs a little bit wide on that exit, and that's going to give him a caution unless he's lifted out, which is going to cost him time, so you don't really want to do that. As we watch here, Rocky having a look right at the back of NJ Devil. As we said, he's got to be careful. He runs wide on that corner again. He needs to try and control his slip through that corner. Really, really tricky around this track. We're going to hop back. How is Larsh doing right behind Boggy? As Hutchie makes his way past CMCH for 12th place. So already making ground after that bad start and those couple of spins for him. We follow on board with Larsh, who's just behind Boggy and using the softer tyres to hold him behind the Ferrari driver. Really going to want to, as Rocky's gone past for the lead. Rocky has overtaken the lead, and an excellent piece of driving from him there. So he's up into the lead. Sorry, we missed that. But he is now passed for the lead. Now he's got to try and make a gap over NJ Devil of at least 3 seconds. NJ Devil will have the DRS, so he's just going to try and stay behind, I think. If he can stay within 3 seconds, then he will not lose the place. As we watch Larsh here in behind Boggy on the medium tyres as they go through this tight, twisty section. How will he do? Onto the hanger straight, opens up the DRS. But he's not going to be close enough to get the move done, and that is going to hurt those drivers behind him who can't make a move. But as we watch, Bellinator goes past Brother Adam, and that's a good move from Bellinator there in the background. Excellent driving from him up on the inside of Brother Adam. So really, really well done from him up into 9th place. As NJ Devil now gets the 3-second penalty, and he slips down a second behind Rocky. So Rocky absolutely storming there. Fantastic driving from him. And Larsh is just slipping out of the second the DRS zone of Boggy. No, he's going to keep it. Maybe Boggy made a slight mistake there. It's really difficult through the corners to keep the pace on the medium tyre. It's just not as grippy, not as quick. So it's all going to be about how he can keep those tyres going for as long as possible through this race. They will start to come back to him as other drivers' tyres go off. But we watch Bellinator now having a look. He decides against it. It's a tricky place to pass there. Really close in behind Boggy as he tries to go for it. Down onto the hanger straight with the DRS open. Is he going to have enough pace to get past him on this lap? You feel he's going to have to do it relatively soon before those tyres start to go off. And behind we have Brother Adam and Bellinator. Brother Adam cutting past Bellinator there as we watch on board with Brother Adam. Watching Boggy. Oh, Boggy's been pushed wide, and that's going to let Bellinator through. Bellinator gets through there on Boggy as Yuri swings into the pits to switch onto the medium tyre. Potentially a little bit early there, but it all depends on how well he can make that last. Oh, Yuri's going to go onto the hard, so he's going to go onto the hard tyre. Now that's going to make it a real challenge for him to be at the same pace with everyone, but at least his tyres won't be going off towards the end of the race. As we watch Wally in behind TJW, and he's going to make the move there on the down that DRS straight. I think TJW disconnected there for a second, and that's going to let Bellinator get onto the back of him. Yeah, TJW is disconnected, so that's not ideal for him. You can see his ghosting car, and Bellinator will be able to swing through it. And a big gap now. Our top three are opening up on the drivers around them. As we watch on board with Boggy opening up the rear wing. Can he get the move done on Bellinator down into Stowe? He has a look to the inside, but not quite close enough that lap, and he has to back out of it. Sensible driving from him. There's no point risking it, taking off your front of your wing. As we watch brother Adam come past TJW, as does Larsh there. And you can just see what impact it has dropping out there as all these drivers in behind Wally in 4th place in the battle for 4th. Where else have we got things are happening? Pope J. Pope is close behind CMCH down here, trying to make the medium tyres work after that spin that he had, which was not ideal, not what he was after. As all 3 of our top 3 now have penalties. We hop back on board with Bellinator in this close battle here. Fantastic bit of driving from these 3 drivers. We see Boggy go flying off the track in the background, getting really, really wide there, which is not where you want to be, because you are getting either losing lots of time or getting a caution for that. But he's got the pace now on Bellinator. He's going to have the run on him through those corners. I think Bellinator made a slight mistake, and that's going to allow Boggy to get an easy pass done, even though Bellinator's got the DRS from Wally as well. So Boggy is through, and that's probably those soft tyres starting to go off. Around about lap 10 is when you'll see drivers starting to come in. So surprised that no one else has come in yet, but Villas and NJ Devil both pit from 2nd and 3rd position. And they get out nice and cleanly. Rocky is going to do an extra lap out there in the lead, and that promotes this battle now to a battle for 2nd place. It's all going to be, can NJ Devil use the undercut here to try and get past Rocky? He's going to try and use the extra pace of those tyres as he comes around to start his lap, and he's in a nice bit of clear air, NJ Devil. So he's going to really, really try and make the most of that free space he's got ahead of him. Larsh very close in behind brother Adam as well. So some nice little battles opening up here on the track as Pope J. Pope also goes past TJW, who is still ghosting, so still not reconnected for TJW. Not what he's after. And it can be so frustrating losing out there as we watch Boggy get another time penalty. So let's just get some penalties up and have a look at where people are. Boggy on 9 seconds already. That is not ideal. And that's going to drop him right down come the end of this, especially if there's a safety car or something like that. So he's going to have to be really, really careful for the remainder of this race. Obviously, you can't get too many penalties or you will get disqualified. As Rocky is now in the pits. So Rocky comes into the pits. How has NJ Devil done further down the track? So we'll follow him now as he comes through the last corner. Has he managed to make the undercut work as he's on the fresher, fresher medium tyres? Oh, and he just gets a 3 second. Oh no, he's on. Had a 3 second penalty already. Sorry. Is he going to come out ahead of the Ferrari driver? He is. They come out neck and neck, and he's managed to do it. So he manages to get the undercut done there. Fantastic driving from him. Rocky is now going to have the tyre advantage of 1 lap, but it's all going to be about how well NJ Devil can make those tyres last. An excellent call from him to come in a lap early and get the undercut done. Fantastic driving from the Red Bull driver. Certainly improving on the Red Bull drivers from the F4 today. I only made it 3 corners into the race before being disqualified. As we watch Wally, who now overtakes as our leader on those 10-lap-old soft tyres. He's managed to make a bit of a gap on Boggy. Surely he's going to swing into the pits this time around. As we watch him cut into the pit lane there, slowing the car right down. You've got to go so slowly through the pits here because it's a funny little pit entry, and he's funny little pit entry because you've got to go so slowly here because the pits cut inside the track. You end up gaining an advantage, so they slow the cars right down in order to nullify that. Further behind, we've got Nova Apollo also coming into the pits, and Pope J. Pope going past. So Pope J. Pope and Boggy are now going to inherit the lead of this race, and it's all going to be a matter of where they're going to come back out once the pit stops are done, around about 20 seconds. So it could be that Boggy has made this work for himself. We can see 20 seconds further back, he's going to come out around about 5th place. And once Pope J. Pope has pitted as well, that will promote him up to 4th place. So he could well be making this strategy work really, really well here, because he'll be fast on fast tyres towards the end of the race. But he's got 12 seconds of penalties to make up, so he's got to really, really push it there. As we look at our de facto leader, Rocky there, as Bellinator comes past Wally. And I think Wally must have made a mistake because he's really wide there. But Bellinator's going to get it past using the DRS down that straight. So good driving from him to get up into 6th place. As Rocky gets another 3-second penalty. So that could cost him the race victory here today. If NJ Devil can keep it clean, keep within the 3-second gap that he's now got, he's going to have to be very, very careful, NJ Devil, to avoid getting any more penalties. As we watch Wally in behind Bellinator. The DRS open, heading down the hanger straight. Not going to be close enough to have a go this time. Let's see what else we've got going on. We've got TJW's really dropped out of this, hasn't he? And Brother Adam is close behind Yuri, who is running those hard tyres. So he came in, he's running those hard tyres, having come in a bit earlier than everyone else. And that's going to mean he's slower than the other drivers, because he's just not on the quickest tyre. But he could come back to him towards the end of the race. It's all strategy plays such an important role here as gaps started to open up around the field. Where else have we got some close battles as we watch Gothgreat and Gomez tight behind each other. Brother Adam is past Yuri. Brother Adam is, as they battle side by side with each other through Luffield, he's going to the inside line and he's going to get past him there. Really nice driving from Brother Adam to get past Yuri, making the fresher medium tyres work there. They're going to try and he's going to try and track down Wally now, who has managed to make those red tyres last as long as he can. So he's going to be on the freshest set of tyres by the end of it. So it could come to him. As we watch Nova Apollo now go past Yuri as well. So Yuri on the hard tyres really beginning to suffer comparatively to the drivers on medium tyres around him. As Rocky has now closed up the gap to Pope J. Pope, who still is yet to pit. So fantastic driving from Rocky to have already closed up that gap. Got the DRS on Pope J. Pope. He's going to want to get this move done as quickly as he can, because remember, he's going to make up an extra 3 seconds on NJ Devil. If he can get past Pope J. Pope and hope that Pope J. Pope holds up NJ Devil, that could really play into his advantage. He's opened up nearly a 2-second gap, so clearly very, very quick on those medium tyres is Boggy. As he swings around the outside, oh, and he just clips Pope J. Pope there. That's so unfortunate. Pope J. Pope's lucky to get away with that with no front wing damage. It doesn't look like he's got any. But that's very, very unfortunate, going around the outside on there and just clipping him, just misjudging it. But that's going to allow NJ Devil through nice and easily. So NJ Devil still within the 3-second gap that he needs. And Boggy still out the front, trying to make that strategy work as best he can. Where else have we got battles opening up? We've got Wally having a look at the back of Bellinator here for 6th place. Got the DRS open, down the hanger straight into Stowe. He's not going to be close enough this lap. Trying to make it work as best he can as Rocky sets a new fastest lap for the race with a 1:28.7. That's fantastic driving from him. And one of the challenges here is just about making sure that your laps are consistent. There's so many tricky braking zones, tricky turns, as all of my intervals disappear and I have no idea who is where on the track. We know that Yuri is close behind the back of brother Adam. Is he going to be able to make a move there? Doesn't look like not the ideal view to have as we watch him track in behind brother Adam. Or has brother Adam just got past Yuri maybe? He's got the DRS back on brother Adam though as he comes down onto the this tight turn. So difficult to get that right. Coming into Luffield. And Bellinator's got Wally right behind him in a battle for 6th place as well, which could well become 5th place once the drivers have come in. As we wait for my screen to repopulate, Villas, Pope J. Pope is into the pits then. Pope J. Pope comes into the pits, ditching off the medium tyre. Is he going to go for the hard? He must be going for the hard tyres, or is he going to go for the soft and try and make them last? Promoting Rocky, NJ Devil, everyone up a place. Where will he come back out? Now he's switched onto it is going to be the soft tyres for him. So good driving. How can he make those softer tyres work? He should be fast now for the end of this, as we watch him drop back down out of the points. So how can will he be able to build his way back up there? And I think he's going to lose one more place to CMCH. So tough there, but we can see that Rocky has managed to pull out the 3-second gap on NJ Devil. He's managed to pull out the 3 seconds just about. It's so nip and tuck. We see it dropping inside and outside of the 3 seconds, and that's going to end up meaning that Rocky does win this race. So he's going to have to try and keep that 3-second gap, but these two drivers look super quick around here, super racy, as we hop back on board with Wally through this section. Oh, a lovely crane shot there. Can he use the DRS to his advantage? Both drivers managed to avoid using the having no penalties yet, so that's really good driving from them. And Boggy comes into the pit, so Boggy onto the soft tyres in the pit stop. Where does he come back out? Now he is going to be quick, but he's got 20 seconds worth of penalties. That is absolutely enormous. I think that must be one for speeding in the pit lane as well. So it's been a bit of a nightmare race for Boggy. He's going to, even if he does well on the soft tyres, he's going to drop right back down once the 20 seconds have been applied after the race. So he comes back out in 7th place, and he will try and make the best move of it he can. As we watch the battle for 4th place between Bellinator and Wally right behind him, tracking in as close as is humanly possible. Something's happened to CMCH further down the grid. Oh, he's come into the pits, so something must have happened to CMCH. He's come back into the pits onto the soft tyres. Or was he one of our early pitters maybe with some early damage? So he's going to have to do 2 stops, which is really not what you want. With the extra time it costs you around here. As we watch Wally go past and over Apollo. He's going to have the DRS on Bellinator. Bellinator's going slow down the outside there. What's happened to Bellinator? Has he given up the position, or has he just... did he make a mistake on the exit of that corner? He was going slow down that straight, and Wally manages to get past. Nova Apollo tracking behind them as Villas gets another 3-second time penalty. He's got a 12-second gap to Wally, though, so surely it won't matter too much the amount of time that he's having added to his race. He won't want to do that again, though. As we watch Bellinator tracking the back of Wally. Now these guys having a fantastic battle out on track, really treating us with some excellent driving, very clean from the two of them. And he's going to pull to the inside with the DRS, and he sweeps past there. So good driving from Bellinator to get the move done on Wally. as they trade positions. And Nova behind them, just tracking. Now Wally is the only person there without the penalty, but he's gone wide, and Bellinator and Nova is going to get through on the inside, and he does that through that corner. That's fantastic driving from him. Through Abbey, that's we've now got Nova tracking Bellinator, and he's going to have the DRS. Is he? Yes, he is. The DRS flap opens on the back there, and is that going to allow him to close up? It's going to allow him to close up to the back of Bellinator, but is he going to have enough pace? He's not quite, as Boggy joins the back of this group on the soft tyre behind them. Further back, we've got, what other battles have we got going on? We've got Goth Great having a look at the back of Gomez Yanta. Hutchie now gets a 3-second time penalty down the back. So our race leader, our championship leader, is going to, looks like he's not going to score any points today, which is not ideal for him. Wally in this little DRS train. Oh, he's just slipped out of the DRS a little bit, I think, of Nova Apollo, which is not what he's going to want from with Boggy behind him on the faster tyre. As we track through here, we're going to hop back on board with Nova Apollo as he tries to make a gap on Bellinator. And you can see the see how close the drivers are through that section. The impact that having a slight lack of downforce has on the car. As he comes down here onto the hanger straight with the DRS flap wide open. Having a look at the back of Bellinator. Not going to make the move this time. Decides against it. So close. Oh, he gets a little twitch there through down that straight into the braking zone, and that's not ideal. It's going to unsettle the car through that tight technical section. But you can see the overspeed he's got. Is he going to have a look on the inside here? This is an interesting place to make the move, and Nova gets it done as he runs a little bit wide on the exit, but he gets the move done. That's a fantastic piece of driving there from Nova. Superb, up into 4th place. And he's managed to, by stretching out the soft tyre at the start of the race, he's managed to make it really, really work and done some fantastic overtakes, moving his way up into 4th place. So brilliant driving from him. Really, really well done. And he's going to try and now hopefully eke a gap out to Bellinator and Wally behind him. Wally, who still up there with no penalties, which is a brilliant, brilliant position to be in, as we get the penalties up. And Boggy is just being held up by this train, because with the cars in front having DRS, you just don't make as much pace on them. As Nova Apollo tries to pull away from Bellinator, but it's going to be difficult because Bellinator is now the one with the DRS to close in again down the hanger straight. As Boggy gets another 3-second time penalty. That's 23 seconds of penalties now. And we can see he's super quick behind these drivers, but the DRS train is just holding him up, and it's going to hamper his race completely, I think. As we've only got a few laps left, it's time for you to vote for your driver of the day. Who do you think has been the outstanding performer? Are you going to go for one of our top 3, who we've barely looked at all race because they've just been so far out in the lead? Really, really clean driving from all of them. Who are you going to be going for the driver of the day? Let us know in the comments. As we hop on board now with Bellinator again. This fantastic battle here for 4th place. Just been superb all race from all of these guys. And you can see how the DRS helps him close up down this straight. You can see, is he going to have a look down the inside? He is. Or is he not quite? Is he quite close enough? He's not quite, and he's not going to quite get the move done on that lap. So he's going to have to reset, prepare, and go again. And all of this battle just allowing those guys to pull away from the front three, to pull away from them a little bit easier. So TJW now gets a 3-second time penalty. He must have rejoined us, having been disconnected for a large chunk of this race. Oh, someone's gone spinning off there, and that's Larsh going spinning off as Pope J, and that allows Pope J Pope through up into the top 10. He's now got 5 seconds to make up to Brother Adam. That's going to be really, really tricky to do there. I can't imagine he's going to manage that all that easily. As we hop back on board with Wally, who is now... Bellinator has dropped out of the DRS zone of Nova Apollo, and that is going to play into Wally's hands, because Wally will now have the DRS on Bellinator, and it should help out Boggy as well. Remember, Boggy needs to make up that big 23 seconds worth of penalties he needs to overcome there. Rocky, unsurprisingly, with the fastest lap out the front. And it looks like Nova Apollo is just getting away from Bellinator, making the fresher tyres work, and he sets the new fastest lap, so 128.7 from Nova Apollo. Trying to make up a gap. He's going to have to try and pull out 3 seconds on Wally, otherwise he's going to lose out there. So he's going to hope that Bellinator can keep Wally behind him for another few laps and really, really help him out. We watch a useless camera angle looking at the suspension. So we'll hop back on with the onboard view as Wally closes in behind Bellinator. He's not going to be close enough to have a go this time. Oh, and it looks like Yuri's having a look up the inside. Boggy had a look up the inside, and he got the move done there. So good move from Boggy, getting past Wally there, and that's a really, really nice bit of driving from him. So now he's going to have a go at Bellinator, using the soft tyres to his advantage, as the medium tyres maybe start to go off slightly more. This is a better onboard angle as we watch through here. We get to see the steering angle being put in by Boggy. Ah, and we've got a safety car. There is a safety car, so right at the end of the race, everything's going to close up, and that is a nightmare for those drivers with big penalties. They're going to have to work really, really hard to open it up, because we're so close to the end of the race, only a few laps left. I wonder what's caused that safety car. I can't see where on track the safety car has been caused. Having a look at the lap timings. Who can we see with damage? Can we see anyone with damage? Can we see anyone coming in? Martinelli going slowly. Larsh gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as now our top drivers all get closed up there. Now I wonder what will happen, because we're so close to the end of the race. We've only got a couple of laps left. The race game doesn't like the race finishing under safety cars. We might end up with just with one lap at the end, and not all the drivers collected up. So it all depends on how quickly now Nova and Bellinator can catch up to the back of the drivers ahead of them, because they've got a 3-second advantage. As Boggy gets another penalty, and that is really going to cost him. He's going to drop right out of the points if this safety car closes everyone up. And we can see, look, Nova has now caught up to the back of Villas. So if it finishes like this, Nova will inherit the lead of this race based on those positions. And Bellinator is likely to jump up there with him. So it's all about, you see the advantage now of keeping it clean. Safety car is going to come in this lap. So we've got all the top drivers closed up, all the way up to round about Yuri. Oh, what's happened there? Nova Apollo has jumped past everyone. Oh, he gives the play. I think there was just a glitch on the game, on my viewing system. So Rocky will lead us off again. Round through the start finish straight. He gets to set the time as they go on to the penultimate lap. So we've got 2 laps now to try and build up a 3-second gap between himself and Bellinator behind. As we watch behind them, Boggy. Oh, as Boggy spins! Boggy is spun, and that is a nightmare for him, allowing other drivers through. Wally is going to get past. Yuri is going to get past. And we watch NJ Devil close in behind Rocky. These 3 guys at the top got to be really, really careful now. Can they open the gap up to Bellinator? It looks like they're just going to just about do it for the most part. As Bellinator slips down to 2 seconds behind, and he's got Wally in behind him. So how can Wally do in terms of keeping that position as best he can? We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1 for someone potentially going slowly or an accident there. As we watch Wally come through here, what's his gap to Bellinator? All of my timings have disappeared. Sorry everyone, I can't keep you up to date with exactly what's happening. As we watch behind, Pope J Pope on Bellinator. Now these guys both started on the medium tyres. They were tracking together at the beginning of the race, both with slight errors at some point. Close in behind each other as we hop on board with Yuri, who's tracking in behind Wally. He just goes a bit wide on the exit there. Not ideal. As we watch on board, Nova has dropped right down to 10th place. I don't know what's happened to him since the restart. Oh, he's disconnected. That is so unlucky for Nova. He's disconnected, and that has dropped him back down. And I don't know how far behind Bellinator Wally is. That's really, really annoying. Doesn't look like that much of a gap. So it looks like Wally is relatively close in behind Bellinator. And Villas is trying to eke out that gap as we're on to the last lap now. We're going to hop on board with Rocky. Has he built up enough of a gap? Bellinator gets a penalty. Bellinator gets the 6-second penalty. It goes up to 6 seconds penalties, and that plays into Villa's hands. All of this could really, really help out Wally. If those drivers with their 6 seconds worth of penalties end up getting demoted, he could end up inheriting this race from 5th place. As we watch coming through the final corners, all of these drivers all on equal amounts of penalties, so they will stay as they are as we come around. Larsh gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Rocky comes over first. NJ Devil in 2nd. Villas in 3rd place. Bellinator in 4th place. Wally comes over and goes up into 2nd place. So keeping the car clean just shows the advantage of that. Then we've got Brother Adam in 5th. Bellinator 6th. Pope J Pope in 7th. Yuri comes over the line 8th. Boggy Nova 9th. Boggy 10th. TJW now coming round over the start-finish straight line on to get 11 points. As we watch Gothbreak coming round the corner. Boggy says the worst case scenario with my penalties. Yeah, absolutely. It got away from you a little bit that race, didn't it, Boggy? But some superb driving, some excellent overtakes. I think all round from the drivers, excellent quality of race there. And I'm very, very impressed by the quality of it. Now, I was going to give my driver of the day to Nova. I'm going to give him a special mention as driver of the day for his fantastic overtakes, really, really making it work, but it all went wrong for him just on the outcome of the outro of the race. But I'm going to agree with Fingerhook and say Wally is going to be my driver of the day for keeping it clean, keeping calm, 0 penalties around such a difficult, tight, fast-flowing track. Excellent work from him. Really, really impressive. Sorry, I just skipped that video with my foot. So, Rocky, our winner, setting the pace all the way around today. Wally in 2nd place, keeping it clean, gets himself the 2nd. NJ Devil in 3rd. Villas in 4th. Brother Adam 5th. Bellinator 6th. Pope J Pope in 7th. Yuri 8th. Nova Apollo in 9th, Boggy 10th, Gothgreat 11th, Championship leader Hutchie drops back down there, not what he wanted. Martinelli into 12th, Martinelli 13th, Gomez Yanta 14th, Cheap Skills 15th, TJW 16th, CMCH 17th, Larsh 18th, and Chris Money making up the last place in 19th place. Fantastic racing, really, really clean, as Fingerhook said. I totally agree from everybody. Very, very impressive there. We are looking forward to the F4, the F1 this afternoon. So tune in at 7 o'clock on Sunday Race League to see the very, very top of our league as they battle it out here at Silverstone. And tune in again next week to join us as we head to Belgium and the wonderful Spa-de-Francorchamps circuit. Thank you very much for joining us today, everyone. We hope you have a lovely week, and we will see you all next time. Please, until then, from everyone here at Sunday Race League, stay safe and have fun.